Guys, welcome back to LearningStrome Academy. So in this video guys, we are going to talk about the relation operators. Okay, so might you feel that a relation operator is so simple, but here it is Python. So the behavior of the relation operator is different than the other languages, because in other languages, as we know, a relation operator is not applicable for the references. Okay, but here in Python, each and everything is objects. Okay, so how it works with the references. Okay, so here it is going to work different. Okay, so the role it is going to play here is different than the other languages. Okay, so we are going to discuss in this video what are the different behavior, okay, of the relation operator with the different kind of data types we have. Okay, so let's start the discussion, friends. So first we have boolean types. Okay, if I want to compare, so first thing that I would like to tell you, friends, in Python we have four relation that usually we also have in other languages, like greater than, okay, less than equal to, and greater than equal to. Okay, and the result that we are also going to get it always in the form of boolean. Okay, it is either we are going to get a true as a result, or either we are going to get at a false as a result. Okay, friend, so always the result that we are going to get is always in kind of boolean. Okay, so friend, let's compare first a boolean type. Is true is greater than false? So what do you think? It is wrong or not, right? Okay, can we perform a relational operation between the two boolean type? It seems like wrong. In other languages, friend, it is wrong. Okay, but friend, in Python this is applicable. It means that I'm comparing one is greater than zero. Okay, as we know, true have a corresponding value one. Okay, and we are comparing one is greater than zero. Yeah, it's exactly, friend, it is right. Okay, so now if I'm going to run, we are going to get, sorry, it's an improper indentation. We have also have to take care about it. Okay, see, we are getting true here as an answer. Okay, so friend, we can perform a relational operation between two boolean types. Okay, we have to remember this thing. Okay, now friend, if I'm going to perform is my true is less than false. See, as we know, one is less than false, one is less than zero. No, we are, it is wrong. Okay, in that case we are going to get a false as an output. Okay, so friend, we can perform a relational operator between the boolean type. Okay, so this is valid. Okay, don't think that okay, we cannot compare two boolean types. Okay, in that, because it is not applicable in the language doesn't mean that it is also not applicable in Python. It is applicable, it is 100% applicable, and it is going to produce an accurate result. Okay, so don't be confused regarding that. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to talk, can we compare, or as we know, we can do comparison between the integers and float. Okay, so I'm not going to do this. Okay, can we compare complex number with each other? Can we perform relation operation with the complex number? Because here complex data type is new for us. Okay, so friend, let's see we have a complex number like 10 plus 3j. Okay, so can we perform is our complex number is greater than the other complex number that we have 2 plus 4j. Okay, so friend, if I'm going to do this, so what we are going to get, see friend, we are going to get an error that our this operation is not supported between the objects of the complex and complex. Okay, so friend, you have to remember that relational operator is not valid for the complex number. Okay, if I'm going to perform here less than equal to, again we are going to get an error that the less than operation is not supported between the objects of complex number. Okay, so friend, you have to remember that the relational operation is not supported for the complex numbers. Okay, so friend, this is the point that you have to remember. Relational operator is not valid for the complex numbers. Okay, so if I want to compare two complex number in with the help of relational operator, so it is not a valid operation. Okay, in that case we are going to get an compile time error. Okay, so you have to remember this point always, friend. So the next point that we have to check, can we compare two strings? As in other languages we cannot compare two strings. Okay, like we have a string hello. Okay, and can I compare my this string with other string? Like again I want to get hello. So friend, it is going to happen here? You can see here we are getting true here. So it's mean that in Python we can use a relational operator for the string comparison also. Yes friend, we can use a relational operator for the strings. In other language it is not applicable, but here it is applicable. But friend, on which behalf it is comparing? Okay, so let me tell you. As you can see here, only the first character we have is different, and all other characters have the same, but we are getting this string is greater than this. Then how, friend? Let me tell you. Actually in Python, friend, a Python interpreter compares a two string in lexicographically manner. Okay, in lexicographically manner. So what is the meaning of lexicographically? It's mean dictionary wise. Okay. So friend, here our interpreter is going to compare, is this h is greater than this h? As we know, the sky value or Unicode value of small case letter is higher than this uppercase letter. Okay. So here the hello the sky value or Unicode value of this h is greater than this h. Okay. So that's why we are getting a true as a result. Okay. That's why we are getting a true as a result. Okay, friend. If I am going to check see friend, here we have e. Okay, and see here we have h and a. Okay, so let's get. So friend, here now here our interpreter will check the sky value of this h and this h. Okay, so here the value is same. Okay, so here our interpreter is now when the values of two letters are same, in that case our interpreter is going to check the sky value of next letter. Okay, so now our interpreter is going to check the sky value of this e with this e. Now as we know, the sky value of uppercase letter is smaller than the sky value of the lowercase letter. So in that case, our interpreter is going to get our result false as a result. Okay, so our interpreter is going to return as false as a result of this whole expression. Okay, see here. Here we are getting false. How we are getting false? First, our interpreter is comparing this h with this h. As we know, the sky value of both the h are same. Okay, so here our interpreter is now going to check the comparison for the other letter. Okay, here we have small capital E and here is very small e. Okay, as we know, the sky value of our capital letters is what greater than the sky value of the small letter. Okay, so when our interpreter is performing the greater than operation between these two words, here our interpreter is getting false as a result, because the sky value of capital letter case letters are less not greater than the lowercase letter. Okay, that's why we are getting an false as a answer. Okay, so friend, it's mean that yes, we can perform a relational operation with friend what with yeah with we can perform a relational operation friend with the string also. Okay, you have to remember. Okay, so friend, if I want to check this hello is greater than this hello, actually no friend, actually this is equal to this, but it is not greater than this. Okay, in this case we are also going to get an false as a result. Okay friend, so whenever you have such kind of condition, then you can use a greater than is equal to. Okay, so it's mean that is this hello is equal to this hello, or this hello is greater than this hello. Okay, in that case, and you can use this case. Okay, in that case we are going to get a sorry, the greater than equal to. Okay, in that case we are going to get uh, so, in that case we are going to get true as a result. Okay, here we are getting true as a result. Okay, so yeah, this is the purpose of greater than equal to. Okay, so if I have a here this string. Okay, now our first string is smaller than the second string. Okay, we are getting true here. Okay, so if we also have a capital H, in that case we are going to get a false, because both the strings are equal. Okay, now in the here we can use a less than equal to operator. Okay, so true as output. Now friend, it is clear to you that relational operator is not valid for the complex number, but it is valid for the valid for the strings. Okay, valid for the string. In strings, so in strings, friend, like it is valid for this string. Whenever we are performing a relational operator, this string it compares in lexicographically manner. Okay, you have to remember this point. Okay, so now friend, let's check that can we compare two lists with each other. Okay, can we compare two tuples with each other. Okay, let's suppose we have a 10, 20 and 30. That is the first list that we have. Okay, and the next list that we have is, again, let's suppose 10 and 20. So friend, can we compare two lists with each other? Okay, can so friend, see, yes, we can compare two lists with each other. So how actually it is working? So let me tell you. Actually, friend, here our interpret is first comparing the first element of the list with the second element, with the first element of other list. Okay, so 10 is greater than. So you can see here. So friend, here actually how it is working. So let me tell you. So friend, actually in Python, whenever we are going to try to compare two strings, so as I told you, whenever we are going to perform relational operator between two sequences, in that case, our interpreter is going to follow the concept of lexicographical comparison. Okay, so same here, our Python interpreter is going to do. How it is going to compare? It is going to compare first element with the first element of other list. Okay, if this is equal, or okay, it is not greater than this. Okay, this element is not greater than this. Okay, now it is going to, it is equals. If it is equal, then our interpreter is going to check the next element. Okay, here again we have 20. So 20 is greater than 20. No, it is, if it is equal to 20, yeah, it is equal. Okay, then again it is going to check 30. Okay, here 30 is greater than, here we don't have any element here, so it's mean that the 30 is greater than, here we don't have anything, it's mean empty. Okay, so null. So it means that this list is greater than this. Okay, that's why friend, we are getting here true as a result. Okay, oh sorry, so that's why friend, here we are getting true as a result. Okay, you can see here we are getting true as a result. Okay, so friend, here also our interpreter follows the concept of lexicographical comparison. Okay, lexicographical comparison. So whenever we are going to perform our operation, whenever we are going to perform our sequences, okay, using the list, using the relation operator, in that case our compare interpreter is going to use the concept of lexicographically. Okay, let's see one thing. If I have a, if I'm going to use here 5. Okay, now as you know 5 is lesser than 10. Okay, so now our interpreter is going to just stop here and going to give us a result as a false. See here, now we are going to get false as a result. See here we're getting false as a result. Okay, because 5 is greater than 10. No, false. Okay, so my interpreter is going to stop here and going to give me a result false as a result. Okay, but if the first element is equal to the first element of this element, and then it is going to compare the second element. Let's suppose we are going to consider the second element 5. Okay, now again it is going to give us false. For how? Because first it is checking the first element of this list with the first element of this list, both are equal. So now my interpreter is going to compare this element with this element. Okay, now 5 is greater than 20. No, here our interpreter is going to work stop and going to return as false. Okay, so friend, you have to remember that this concept lexicographical, okay, this is a very important concept. Okay friend, whenever we are going to perform whenever friend we are going to perform the relational operation among or between the sequences, in that case our interpreter is going to follow the concept of lexicographically. Okay, so friend, if I have a tuples, if I have two tuples, again friend, here same rules our interpreter is going to follow. Okay, here friend, again my interpreter is going to follow same rule. Okay, it is going to compare our element in a lexicographical order. See here, first of all I have to use the okay, see here we are getting true because first element is greater than equal to, okay, 10, it is equal to this. Okay, so now our interpreter is going to check the next element. 20 is equal to 20, again true. Now 30 is greater than here, yes, so here interpreter is going to return as true. So now friend, you have to remember the concept of lexicographical. It is very important concept for the Python, lexicographical. Okay, lexicographical algo Python uses for sequence comparison. Okay, sequence comparisons. Okay, so friend, you have to remember this point always. Okay, Okay, so now friend, the next thing that we have to check, can we perform the relation operation between the sets. Okay, if I have two sets, like suppose I have two sets, uh, 10, 20 and 30. So can we perform a relation operation between the two sets? Now friend, you have to notice one thing, that here first of all I have to use, friend, here, this friend, you can see here we have relation operator. Okay, and I want to compare one my sorry, we have one set that's whose value is 10, 20, 30. I want to compare my first set with the other set 10, 20. Okay, and I want to check, is my first set is greater than second set. You can see here we are getting 20 as output. So let's save it. Let's okay, here we are checking. Okay friend, here again our interest following the concept of lexicographical. Okay, so it is very important concept, we have to remember this concept. Okay, again friend, now you can see we are going to get false as a result. See, here we are getting false because we, as we know, 5 is not greater than the first element 10. Okay, so that's why our interpreter is going to say us error. Okay, so friend, here our interpreter is going to use the concept of lexicographically for the tuples, for the list, for the even strings, for the even sets. Okay, if I want to compare my dictionaries, friend, in that case, see, if I have a dictionary like 5 is equal to hello, and I want to compare it with other dictionary like 5, again we have like hello. Okay, see friend, in that case friend, in that case we are going to get, friend, an error. Okay, we cannot perform, friend, here we cannot perform an greater than relation operation between the dictionaries. Okay friends, so you have to remember this point, we cannot perform our relation operation between the dictionary tables. Okay, you can see here we are getting an error that we can, the relation operator is not spotted between the objects of the dictionaries and dictionaries. Okay, so now friend, I think it is clear to you all the what are the valid data types for which the relation operator is valid, and what are the invalid data type for the relation types. Okay, so let me summarize this topic. We cannot perform the relation operation, okay, for the complex number and for the dictionaries. Okay, for the dictionaries. Okay, so relational operator is not valid for the complex number as well as the dictionaries. Okay, but it is valid for this all other type, like strings we have, like tuples we have, like we list we have, like sets we have. So how it is going to compare this frequency, it is going to follow the concept of lexicographical comparison. So how lexicographical comparison works, actually simply, first it is going to check the first letter with the other strings, the first letter. Okay, if they are equal, in that case it is going to check the other letter. Okay, if it is not equal, okay, then it is going to check it is greater than. If it is greater than, it is, then my interpreter is going to give me true as a result. Okay, if it is not greater than, in that case my interpreter is going to give us a false as a result. Okay friend, so this is all about the relational operator. I hope it all clear to you. Okay friend, thank you, bye bye. In next video we are going to talk about the comparison operator. Okay friend.